For many long-stay foreign national residents of Hong Kong, going on to become a permanent resident after 7 years of continuous living here is very much the end game in mind. So, let's discuss how to go about achieving such a right of abode here. Let's go through the next immigration status, and you'll find that in the context of foreign nationals needing advice on immigration, for the most part, once the initial visa advice has been given and the approval is there, the next time you see them it's all about, well, what can I do in order to protect myself so that I can keep a full 7 years because I love this place and I don't want to go anywhere. And really this is about advising your clients about how to basically protect the 7-year window that they have within the life take you away from Hong Kong, you change your employers, your family relationships might break down, you may have to be temporarily seconded overseas for work, for reasons, whatever. There's a lot of stuff going on. And I'd say 50% of our right of abode practice is strategic advice, where clients come to you in advance and say, I'm going to have these circumstances in play for the latter half of my 7 years in Hong Kong. How can I position myself to make sure that I'm able to claim ordinary residence at the 7-year mark? Okay, so the right of abode in Hong Kong, permanent residency, is manifested in the issue of a permanent identity card. And you claim your right of abode by applying to verify your eligibility for a permanent identity card. And this is very complex in the broad sweep of Hong Kong immigration practice, so I'm going to delimit right of abode discussion today for the purposes of you being a non-Chinese citizen resident in Hong Kong for a period of not less than 7 years. Okay, so you need to show 7 years of continuous ordinary residence in all of that time. And at the time that you make your application for the right of abode, there must be no outstanding taxation liabilities, nor any security objections to being granted the right of abode. And the security objections here ultimately sort of boil down to, have you had any criminal convictions here or overseas in the interim that we may know about? And if you have had a criminal conviction, has it led to a period of imprisonment, or, which would automatically break your ordinary residence, or have the police actually lodged any objections to you being able to remain in Hong Kong? Now, normally any police objections that exist, if there hasn't been a term of imprisonment that have been applied, it's a case of, if there is a security, if the police object, normally the Immigration Department will not extend a visa for a foreign national temporary applicant if the police object to it. But routinely, if the police don't object and there hasn't been a period of imprisonment, the Immigration Department will extend the visa so that 7 years can accrue. And then if you've had a criminal conviction in that time and you've had an extension and you weren't imprisoned, then normally that will not break your continuity of ordinary residence. Anything outside that profile where there's been a security objection stroke criminal conviction, you need to look really closely at the circumstances to see what might play out in those cases.